Anxiety doesn't live in your mind. It pulses through 7 specific areas of your body. While you try to calm it down with breathing and positive thoughts, it stays alive, feeding on tensions you didn't even know were there. Your throat tightens for no reason. Your chest contracts out of nowhere. Your stomach twists even during peaceful moments. These are not random symptoms. They are somatic portals where your anxiety has built its secret territory. Each portal holds a specific memory of threat. Each one has developed its own survival language. And each one is waiting for you to finally listen. Not to control it, but to decode what it's never been able to say. Because here's the truth. Nobody told you your anxiety is not the problem. It's the map to the solution your body already knows. And today, you're going to learn how to read it. Your body works like a living archive of everything you haven't fully processed. Every unreleased scare, every unresolved tension, every moment of threat, your nervous system recorded as imminent danger, all of it gets stored in specific zones, creating what healing traditions called knots of stagnant energy. Modern neuroscience has discovered something remarkable. These zones are not random. They follow a precise pattern, 7 somatic portals, where the nervous system concentrates its deepest protection strategies. Occipital, throat, chest, solar plexus, lower back, sacrum, and feet. Each one has a function. Each one speaks its own language. Each one keeps your anxiety on high alert. Ancient healing masters knew this. They mapped the body as sacred territory, where experiences took shape as physical tension. They didn't see anxiety as a mental flaw, but as bodily information waiting to be decoded. Don't leave just yet. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete somatic map of your anxiety. You'll know how to locate each portal, interpret its unique language, and apply the reconnection ritual that dissolves these blocks at the root in the body where they truly live. No more trying to control anxiety, but rather engaging with it, listening to it, and finally releasing what it came to deliver. Because your body already knows the way. You just need to learn how to translate its forgotten wisdom. In the mystery schools of ancient Egypt, healing priests developed something they called the mapping of the inner temples, the art of reading the body as sacred text, where each tension told a specific story. They understood that the human being was not just a mind inhabiting a body, but consciousness expressed through multiple layers of bodily intelligence. Each region of the body had its own capacity for perception, memory, and communication. The occipital held primal vigilance. The throat, the power of blocked expression. The chest, the breath of the soul. The solar plexus, visceral emotions. The lower back, the urge to escape. The sacrum, the core life force. And the feet, the connection to Mother Earth. When intense experiences couldn't be fully integrated, these regions developed protection contracts, tension patterns that acted as silent guardians, holding unprocessed fragments safely until the moment of release arrived. The Taoist masters were aware of a similar phenomenon, points where qi would stagnate, creating blockages that affected not just the physical body, but the natural flow of life itself. Shamanic traditions identified these zones as knots of dormant power, places where vital energy became trapped, waiting for conscious touch to begin flowing again. What these traditions understood, and what modern medicine is now rediscovering, is that true healing doesn't happen by ignoring the body, but by engaging in dialogue with its hidden wisdom. Stephen Porges uncovered a territory that few had dared to explore: how the nervous system transforms experiences into bodily geography. His polyvagal theory revealed that we have 3 distinct autonomic states: safe, ventral, fight or flight, sympathetic, and frozen dorsal, each one leaving its own physical signature in specific areas of the body. When something threatens us, the nervous system does more than react in the moment. It records the experience as a muscular, respiratory, and visceral pattern, creating a somatic imprint that stays active even after the danger has passed. It's as if the body installs invisible guards in strategic points, programmed to trigger alarms at the slightest familiar echo. Peter Levine discovered something that has revolutionized our understanding of trauma. These imprints are not just marks, they are active files. Each held tension contains not only the memory of the impact, but also the energy that got stuck at the moment of threat. When we approach these zones with genuine presence, the body itself shows us how to release what remained frozen. Bessel van der Kolk mapped decades of evidence confirming this. The body doesn't just hold the scars, it holds the access codes to our own restoration. When we touch these regions with conscious attention, we activate the nervous system's natural ability to complete cycles that were left suspended in time. What emerges from this scientific convergence is something extraordinary. Our body is not just the place where anxiety lives, it is also where it can be completely transformed. The 7 somatic portals of anxiety are not abstract concepts. They are precise territories where your nervous system has established silent surveillance contracts, maintaining tension patterns that drain your vital energy every single day. The first portal lies in the occipital, the base of the skull, where primal hypervigilance settles in. Here, the suboccipital muscles contract to keep your head in a constant position of scanning the environment. You feel it as heaviness, pressure, or stiffness in the back of your neck that never fully goes away. The second pulses in the throat, the center of blocked expression. When words get stuck, when you swallow anger or fear over and over again, this region develops a chronic knot. It's where the unspoken takes shape as physical tension, creating a sensation of choking even when air is abundant. The third lives in the chest, the guardian of defensive breathing. The intercostal muscles contract to protect the heart from emotional impact, forming an invisible armor that restricts your ability to breathe deeply. You feel it as tightness, weight, or the inability to take a full breath. The fourth portal pulses in the solar plexus, the center of visceral reactivity. This is where something feels wrong shows up, even before your mind has processed what's happening. Butterflies in the stomach, burning sensations, or unexplained nausea, all signs of a nervous system monitoring threats in real time. The fifth anchors in the lower back, a storage place for enacted escape impulses. When your body gets ready to run but you have to stay, that energy builds up as chronic lower back stiffness. It's where the urge to escape transforms into physical pain. The sixth rests in the sacrum, a vault of core trauma. This is where the oldest memories settle, creating disconnection from your essential life force. You feel it as emptiness, numbness, or a sense of not fully being in your body. The seventh anchors in the feet, where disconnection from the earth becomes tangible. When you lose your sense of basic safety, your feet stop feeling the ground. Tingling, coldness, or a floating sensation are signs of energetic ungrounding. Each portal has developed its own language, specific somatic codes trying to express the need for release, integration, or healing. Decoding this language is the key to transforming anxiety into usable information. The occipital speaks through stiffness that increases when you feel watched or judged. This tension signals a need to reduce outward vigilance and turn your attention inward. When you place your hands on the base of your skull and breathe consciously into that area, you're telling your nervous system, "I'm safe now." I can lower my guard. The throat communicates through tightness that intensifies when you hold back from saying something important. That knot is not just tension, it's suppressed expression, asking for a way out. By gently placing your fingers at the base of your throat and releasing low tones, you allow long-held vibrations to move freely again. The chest whispers through shallow breathing that worsens in emotionally intense environments. That constriction is not just physical, it's energetic protection that has become a cage. When you place open palms over your heart and allow slow, deep breaths, you're teaching your body that it is safe to fully feel. The solar plexus speaks through sensations that come just before moments of conflict or confrontation. That visceral alert is not paranoia. It's bodily wisdom detecting energetic shifts before your mind can catch up. By breathing directly into that area with focused attention, you turn reactivity into discernment. The lower back resonates through stiffness that flares up when you feel trapped in situations with no clear way out. That tension is not just muscular, it's frozen movement energy. Gentle hip rotations while breathing deeply can release long-held impulses to escape. The sacrum vibrates through emptiness or numbness when you disconnect from your life force. That sensation is not just physical, it's a signal that you need to reconnect with your deepest essence. By placing both hands over your sacrum and breathing with intentional presence, you reactivate dormant circuits of vitality. The feet resonate through coldness or tingling when you've lost your connection to basic safety. That disconnection is not just about circulation, it's energetic unrooting that affects your whole system. By consciously stepping on the ground, feeling its texture and temperature, you restore your primal bond with the earth. The reconnection ritual happens in 3 movements that transform vigilance into presence, tension into flow, and fragmentation into wholeness. The first movement, conscious location. You bring your attention, and when possible, a gentle touch to each portal, one at a time. Not to force relaxation, but to make direct contact. It's like greeting a part of yourself that's been isolated for years. Some areas respond right away with relief. Others may intensify sensations, at first a sign that they are finally being heard. The second movement, somatic listening. You allow each portal to tell its story through sensations, images, movement impulses, or even spontaneous colors. Don't try to interpret, just receive. The occipital might show images of moments when you felt exposed. The throat might bring memories of times you held back your truth. The chest might reveal when you learned to protect your heart. Each portal holds its own wisdom to share. The third movement, respiratory integration. You breathe directly into each region, allowing every exhale to carry away old tensions, while each inhale brings renewed presence. This isn't a breathing technique. It's energetic dialogue. You are telling your nervous system, I acknowledge your protection, I honor your vigilance, and now I invite you to rest. When all 7 portals are recognized and integrated in this way, something extraordinary happens. Your nervous system steps out of its chronic alert state because, for the first time, it feels understood. Anxiety loses its somatic foundation, not because it was suppressed, but because it was translated. You discover that anxiety was never your enemy. It was the language your body created to keep essential parts of you alive and protected, waiting for the moment when you would have the wisdom and courage to bring them back home. And that moment is now. Gareth carried anxiety like a second skin. A high-performing executive, he mastered spreadsheets and presentations, but his body lived in a constant state of silent war. A rigid occipital kept him in perpetual vigilance. A tight throat swallowed words that needed to be said. A shielded chest protected a heart that hadn't breathed freely in years. During a particularly tense meeting, something unexpected happened. Instead of trying to control the rising anxiety, he simply placed his hand over his chest, a gesture he had never made in public. For a few seconds, he just breathed into that space, recognizing the tension without judging it. The transformation was immediate. Not because the anxiety disappeared, but because its nature changed. It stopped being overwhelming noise and became useful information. His body was signaling that the dynamics of that work environment were violating something essential in his nature. In the following months, Gareth developed what he called body conversations, 5 daily minutes, touching each portal, listening to their messages, and integrating their wisdom. He discovered that the occipital relaxed when he set clear boundaries. The throat opened when he expressed constructive disagreements. The chest expanded when he honored his values, even under pressure. The anxiety didn't go away. It transformed into an internal compass. His somatic portals became allies, not enemies. And for the first time in decades, Gareth realized he had reclaimed not just balance, but authority over his own life. He finally understood. Anxiety was never a problem to solve, but a code to decipher. The biggest obstacle to reconnecting with your somatic portals is not technical, it's visceral. There is a primal fear of feeling your body because, deep down, you know it holds sensations that were avoided for good reasons. Your nervous system learned that ignoring certain regions was a survival strategy. Touching your chest might awaken long-buried sadness. Feeling your solar plexus might activate unprocessed anger. Connecting with your sacrum might reveal emptiness you'd rather not face. That fear is natural protection, not weakness. But it has also become a prison that keeps you disconnected from your body's own wisdom. Transformation happens through gradual and respectful approach. You don't have to dive into intense sensations all at once. Start with soft touches for just a few seconds. Place your hand over your chest only long enough to acknowledge there's something there, without needing to process everything right away. Your body holds an innate intelligence to regulate the intensity of revelations. It never reveals more than you are capable of integrating in the moment. When you approach with genuine presence and patience, the portals open naturally at a pace your psyche can handle. The key is to replace force with invitation, not to extract information from the portals, but to create a safe space where they can share their wisdom when they're ready. Trust is built through consistency, not intensity. You've spent your life trying to silence anxiety when it has always been the most honest language your body speaks. Each somatic portal you've discovered today is not just a region of tension. It is a living archive of experiences that shaped who you've become. A vigilant occipital, a tight throat, a shielded chest, a reactive plexus, a rigid lower back, a disconnected sacrum, ungrounded feet, all silent guardians of a story that can finally be rewritten. Real transformation happens when you stop fighting these regions and begin to engage with them. When you realize that anxiety was never a flaw but information, never an enemy but a compass, never weakness but bodily wisdom waiting to be translated. Peter Levine understood something revolutionary. Trauma is not what happens to you. It's what stays trapped inside you due to the absence of an empathetic witness. Your somatic portals are exactly that. Trapped experiences, waiting for a conscious witness to finally recognize them. Honor their protective role and allow their natural integration. But now you have the map. You know where your anxiety lives, how it speaks, and what it needs. You hold the key to transform chronic vigilance into conscious presence, defensive tension into natural flow, somatic fragmentation into bodily integrity. Your body has always known the way back to balance. You just needed to learn its forgotten language. The anxiety you carry is not a prison, it is a portal, and every portal exists to be crossed. If this somatic mapping resonated with you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That helps us expand this territory of bodily reconnection even further. I'd love to know how you perceive the portals of anxiety in your own body. Write in the comments. My 7 somatic portals are opening to conscious healing. This affirmation activates your journey back to somatic intelligence. Share this video with someone who needs to discover that anxiety is not a flaw, but a code waiting to be decoded. And continue your reconnection. Click on the screen and dive into another transformative video from the channel each integrated portal brings you closer to true authority over your own life. Remember, when you learn the language of your body, it stops being foreign territory and becomes the sacred temple of your healing.